Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Let me proceed the lecture for 12th class. Uh, we will talk about aims and objectives of Anjuman I Nusratul Islam of Kashmir. My dear students, the Muslim community of Kashmir, especially some elements, were not in favor of obtaining the Western education. Conservatism had blinded the Muslims of Kashmir, and their prejudices prevented them from going to Christian missionary schools. Uh, their students again the untiring efforts of the government schools to persuade the Muslims their children towards educational proved fruitless because it involved the faith of Muslims. Over and above this, the poor moral standard of the government schools provoked the Muslims to boycott the educational policies of the government, and they thought it derogatory on their parts to send their uh, children to the government schools. Dear students, the cherished traditions of this and this past, which would not allow a complete divorce between secular and religious education, was responsible for the Muslim abstination from English missionary schools. Thus, towards the end of 19th century, Maulana Rasul Shah was firmly convinced that his community would become socially, economically, and educationally backward unless a vigorous education scheme embracing all aspects of development was introduced in his community. He planned to establish an institution which would provide the youth religious as well as modern education. This seat of learning would create for the young Muslims a true Islamic atmosphere from which its alumni would come out to cater to the needs of the coming generation. Uh, for this purpose, he initiated the following aims and objectives for this institution. My dear students, to make adequate arrangements for the teaching of Al Quran and Al Sunnah, impart to the youth the modern education along with the Islamic one, to unite all Muslims by creating among them a sense of being the intermediary community, to create a balance between modern and religious education, to provide right kind of leadership to the community in the social, cultural, economic, and moral affairs, to make the Muslims' character reflect the Islamic value, to strengthen the cause of universal peace and brotherhood by promoting in them spiritually and mm, uh, promote them to be morally consciousness. Uh, their students, keeping this institution in concern, there are so many affiliations uh, here around what I should say in Kashmir. Uh, their students, there is one of the institution, namely Central Islamia High School, Rajuri, Kadal. Uh, we had different affiliations of this very particular institution in Jammu and Kashmir. And there is one more institution, that is Noor Islam Oriental College Srinagar, Islamia Model School, English Medium, Islamia High School, Drogjan, Islamia High School, Amira Kadal Srinagar, Islamia Middle School, Safa Kadal Srinagar, Islamia Middle School, Navshera, Islamic Middle School, Fateh Kadal, Islamic Primary School, Ranawari, Islamic High School, uh, there in Batkadal, Anjuman I Nusratul Islam High School, Islamabad, Kashmir, Islamic High School, Bijbihara, Islamic Primary School, Kufara, uh, Mazarullah High School, Birwa, Modern Talimul Quran, Jami Masjid Srinagar, Islamic Middle School, Bulbul Bagh, this Bulbul Lankar Srinagar, Islamic College for Science and Commerce Srinagar. The students, Anjuman I Nusratul Islam has made a great contribution in the field of educational activity from 1899 Anno Domini up to 1995. Dear students, 26,550 students have matriculated from various high schools of the Anjuman, with the exception of Nurul Islam Oriental College, Srinagar, where only the religious education is imparted. The college has its separate system of curriculum where only Maulvi Alim, Maulvi Fazil, and other Muslim sciences and jurisprudences, theology are taught to the students. Hundreds of students of this college hail from various parts of the valley. Dear students, uh, this institution has uh, a nice record of producing um, intellectuals, uh, mm, religious scholars. Dear students, we had a big discussion on this institution. Inshallah, in the future lessons, we will talk about uh, the other affiliated institutions of this very particular institution. We'll talk about this their uh, historical background. I should say we'll talk about their uh, contribution to the society. We'll talk about some kind of elements that are necessary in these institutions that make the system uh, fruitful, that makes the career of the students fruitful. Restaurant, this institution has a history of producing a lot of intellectuals, religious preachers. It gives us a kind of sort of knowledge that is up to mark, that makes our religious uh, in the direction of contentment. Restaurant is in the previous days I'm not able to from previous days I'm not able to upload the video lessons. I'm sorry for that because of my essential duty. I'm not uh, getting sort of time to prepare a lesson and just uh, and present that very particular lesson is here through YouTube channel. Inshallah, I will try my best in the future course of time to present and establish the sort of lessons meant for my dear students. And this is my request, my dear students. Almost I had completed uh, mm, what I should say 65, 70, almost 65%, 70% syllabus in the class, consecutive class like in 11th and 12th. I'd almost completed the 70% syllabus. And you are requested just to have a point of, have a sort of uh, observation on these video lessons again and again so that you will get some kind of guidances. Further, inshallah, it is there in news, is it is here in the uh, media news that perhaps the schools are going to reopen from mid June, and inshallah, if it happened, we will just uh, interact uh, through face to face there in classes, and we will just try to uh, make and just try to traverse all these wide sand gaps, inshallah, and we are hopefully uh, in a position to interact and just approach the students. Uh, we are hopefully trying, and inshallah, hopefully uh, will be here in or an institution will face some other kind of interactions as well in the classes or in uh, the course of action there in discussions, etc. Students just pose different questions because this is very necessary. Once you pose questions, it creates a kind of balance there, and it makes the what I should say this bipolar process successful. Students, I'm here. You had my WhatsApp number, my YouTube channel. You had my personal contacts. Inshallah, you without any hesitation, you just call me. You just give some kind of mm, if you need suggestions, just take suggestions. I will just learn from you. You will learn from me. This sort of uh, connection and resemblance will help us to make this formal system of education successful. Dear students, inshallah, in the next presentation, I will talk about some other missionary school that is there in the syllabus. We will talk about the according to the contents. Inshallah, if there will remain some sort of uh, what I should say specific kind of knowledges, we will import that very in the future course of lessons, future course of presentations, even I should say future course of um, lectures as well. Thank you, my dear students.